the New York Knicks went head to head with the Miami Heat, and we found out that Julius Randle is horrible.
Oh,
we didn't find out, but we confirmed it.
We knew. And there's a lot of players that are going to go through the guillotine this episode.
Yeah.
But it is important that we talk about the biggest player of all, and Julius Randle.
Yeah.
Who has the 4th worst shooting percentage in the history of NBA playoff basketball.
Yeah.
Somebody who is getting paid $75 million with the Knicks. Horrible. Somebody who is a 3rd-team All-NBA player. And he goes, they have Jalen Brunson. He balls out in the playoffs against the Heat. And Julius Randle proceeds to be horrendous this series. Just flat out terrible.
Yeah.
If he plays competently, they have a different series.
If he gets 20 a night, they could have won that series.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolute choke job by Julius Randle, shooting 32% from the field in the series. Repugnant.
You know who is guarding him too, which is the wildest part, is Kevin Love was on him a lot of the time. And like, he kept trying to ISO Kevin Love, and Julius Randle is a good, strong player that can shoot. But should Julius Randle, just because he can hit a 3, take step back threes in the playoffs? Like, no. Julius Randle's shot selection for me is his biggest detriment, because I feel like Randle has the talents to be a good player. Even though he was a Laker reject, a little undersized in Kentucky, but I always liked him coming out of the draft. And then when he went to the Knicks, I felt like, okay, that could be a good fit. Takes him to the playoffs, gets mean mugged, absolutely dogged by Trae Young in that series. And then when they were succeeding in the first round against the Cleveland Cavaliers, they did it with Julius Randle on the bench, and Hartenstein was in there cleaning it up on the offensive boards. And then they started playing really well when Julius Randle went to the bench, closed out the series with him injured. You know what he did? He pouted because he wasn't the best player in the series. Jalen Brunson went there, took the throne, drops 38, drops 41 in a closeout game when he can't get any help from his teammates. Because the thing about it is, if Julius Randle just played what his season averages, usually when you play a certain level in the regular season, the good players take it up. They don't go all the way down and average 11 points after averaging 24 points in the regular season, and then start trying to play ISO ball when this team should really be moving the ball around the perimeter. You have Josh Hart, RJ Barrett. Those guys need to be slashing. Julius Randle needs to be doing more 2-man pick and pop game with Jalen Brunson and rolling hard to the rim. Probably his biggest detriment is Thibodeau needs to play him at center just so they can splice the floor and he has more room to operate. But when they play big, Julius Randle can shoot, but he's not a shooter, and you don't want him shooting. But you played him with the center, didn't really give him that much room to operate, and then clearly he doesn't know how to shot select, takes way too much time, and then he just took some dumb shots and got discouraged way too easily. You could see his body language, and then he just kind of pouted in the first round when his team was succeeding, and he wasn't the reason why, which for me, that's the number one sign of a player. I'm like, okay.
The problem is that he has no dog at all. You're talking about shot selection. Did he have some bad shots? No, they were all bad shots.
Yeah.
They were all like, what are you doing out here?
Yeah.
Like, look, I know I'm not a professional basketball player, and by no means do I expect myself to held to the same standard. Yeah. But Julius Randle, buddy, come on. What are we doing here? Like I mentioned before, had he had played, even if you regress like 5 points, not everybody, they go into the playoffs. It's more hard-nosed, hard defense. I get it. You're going to regress maybe slightly, right? Or you take it a step level if you're a real star. But like your points cut in half, your shooting cuts in half, your free throw percentage cuts in half, everything cuts in half, even your rebounds cut in half. It's embarrassing. So for Julius Randle, it's like when you notice that your team is better when you're off the floor, that hurts.
Yeah.
Especially because before Jalen Brunson joined, you were the star on the team, hilariously enough. And now you're looking at a team that maybe moves on from Julius Randle in the offseason. Maybe they look for a trade partner.
Yeah.
Because Mitchell Robinson played better than you did. And Mitchell Robinson's a hell of a lot cheaper. albeit he's a free agent this year.
Yeah.
But Mitchell Robinson was a monster on the boards.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson's not a scorer, but like he's definitely a valuable piece for that team. And I thought if I'm Thibodeau, I play Julius Randle at the 5 and I go a little bit smaller just so he has some more room to operate, because what they were doing was he was posting up Kevin Love. By the time he got to the paint, Bam is like, hello, I'm one of the best shot blockers in the league. What the fuck are you doing in my paint? And Julius Randle's like, fuck, what am I doing in his paint? And then you saw him psychologically start to deteriorate after that. And like you go on TNT, the post games, Jalen Rose, Charles Barkley's like, look at the shot that Julius Randle's taken. You know, back in my day, we used to go down to the paint to take shots. And it's like, it's true though. Like I get like when people like criticize playing on the perimeter too much, and for Julius Randle, like, yeah, he's a guy who should be overpowering people at the rim, and especially in a playoff setting, he's a guy you just want there at the low block banging with people.
Yeah, no, he should be getting 8 to 10 rebounds a game. He should be the one cleaning up the mess on the boards and distributing when necessary. I mean, do I expect him to score 30 points every game? No. But could he have gotten 20? Could he have gone 20, 10, and 5? Yes, he could have gone 20, 10, and 5.
When you're my second star and I gave you a max contract and you're third team All NBA, which means this season you were one of the 15 best players in basketball, can you win me a game? That's not too much to ask for Julius Randle.